What is up, Taurus? Welcome to your general timeless reading. Let's get into it. You guys know the deal. If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, go ahead, book it down below through my website in the description box. Hit that notification bell so you see when I post and when I go live, and go ahead and give this video a like so we can help the channel grow. I'd greatly appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get into the reading for you, Taurus. Let's go ahead and do, let's do Witch's Tarot. Let's do Witch's Tarot for you. Show me what I most need to see for you, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. For Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Taurus. What can Taurus most expect? So we have the Emperor, the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. I just heard releasing strife. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. The Emperor, this is Aries and Taurus energy for me as a reader. Then we have the Two of Cups, which is Cancer. And then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, which is Sagittarius energy. This feels like releasing worries and concerns around a relationship, around dynamics. It's kind of realizing that things are actually stable. Things are a lot more stable, secure, and safe than what the ego, what the fears and limiting beliefs were once telling you, right? You're letting go of this like wounded warrior energy that was really almost like the past dubbed over the present, right? It was kind of like a perpetuated cycle. No longer doing that. Let's see, what else do we have for you, Taurus? Show me what else I most need to see for Taurus. Oh, I love this. I'm not going to take this stack because it's face down. But we'll take this. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Empress. Beautiful. Yeah, exactly. So we have the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is releasing the fears, the limiting beliefs, the anxieties, the self-sabotaging behavior with the Seven of Swords. That's Aquarius energy for me. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is actually Virgo, but it's Capricorn for me as a reader. This is very, very stable, long-term commitments. And then we have the Empress. So now we have the true pair, the Emperor and the Empress on the board. So it's aligning with your partner, aligning with the Two of Cups. Very, very divine, masculine, feminine connection, but also very balanced energy. Realizing that, yes, I can have this connection, I can have this dynamic with this person, and I'm safe to have it now, right? I don't know why my dog insists on like eating her food every time I actually start recording a video. It's absurd, but she does. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's clarify this bad boy. I actually really want to use spellcasters. I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. Okay, let me just double check I got all of them. Okay, I'm gonna get this Oracle deck over here just to make life a little easy. Okay. Show me what I most need to see in regards to this spread for Taurus, please, Spirit. I love that the Empress and the Emperor came out. That's awesome, because that's like the mother, and that is the mother and father in tarot, right? But it's also just, it's such like a peaceful energy. It's just kind of like, I can fall into you and you can fall into me. And then we also have the Ten of Pentacles. This is family. This is contracts. This is like something that is unshakable. Like, we're not going anywhere. Like, I know that I can rely on you and you can rely on me, and everything in this moment is so safe and comfortable. It's such a release of concern and worry. Oh, I want to be a Taurus right now. Yeah, so this Emperor went through some stuff, right? To become an Emperor, though. They went through a very difficult dark night of the soul. They went through a Ten of Swords and a Hangman. With the Hangman here, this tells me that they were sitting in this Ten of Swords energy for a long time, and they're kind of reflecting on this. Reflecting on the sorrows that they encountered. This feels very energetically depleting. Like this feels very solemn. There's something about this that feels degrading at the same time, though. It took a lot of their power away and made them feel very defeated. It was very hard for this individual to pull themselves out of this, whether this was you or somebody you're now dealing with. Okay, let's look at this Two of Cups. You actually could have been going through this side by side with another person. The Two of Cups, we have the Page of Swords, the Page of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Swords upright, the Two of Cups, the Hermit in reverse, and the Nine of Cups. So with the Two of Cups here, clarified by the Two of Cups, it's a validation for me as a reader that the channeled message is correct. With the Page of Wands in reverse, this Queen this feminine energy was also very disconnected from their Empress energy, right, at this time. So these two people were both going through a dark night of the soul side by side. They are going through their own versions of awakening simultaneously, but in very different forms. The masculine energy was going through this Ten of Swords. The feminine, and the masculine feels more like sad, more, I don't feel powerful. I feel defeated. And at times it might have come out as anger. This feminine just feels pissed off. They just feel angry. And feminine does not mean female. It's energy. It's not gender. If you're new to tarot or not new to tarot, check out How to Interpret Tarot as a Viewer. It's linked down below in the description box, right? So with this Queen of Swords energy and this Page of Wands in reverse energy, this is them being disconnected from their inner child, working from their intuition and working from the wounded inner child, okay? With the Two of Cups and the Hermit, it's almost like they're turning their back on this connection right now. Like, okay, well, screw this dynamic. I'm going to focus on myself, right? I'm going to do what makes me happy. The Nine of Cups is kind of like the Nine of Pentacles emotionally, right? It's someone who's like, I'm going to focus on my own happiness. I'm not really focused on what's going to help our connection move forward. I'm kind of going to turn within, focus on myself, focus on my mental, emotional state. You can fend for yourself over there. And it's not that they don't care about this person, and it's not that they're doing this out of spite or to be selfish. It's just that there was a lot of, we had Mars in Libra. Mars is ruled by Aries, but also today is the full moon in Aries when I'm recording this as well. There is a lot of self energy, a lot of, I need to do what is right for me. And also like putting the foot down, setting boundaries, like it is not my job to heal you. This does feel like a past energy though. Like this does feel like addressing their resentment separately. It's very interesting. They end up coming back together though. This feels old energy. I feel like this is something that you've already been through. Let's look at the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands together. Because this feels like when it was released. This feels like current situation. Yeah, Queen of Wands reversed. So there's the pissed off Queen, Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Yeah. Okay, I'll let go of my anger now. I'll let go of it. Let's reconcile. Let's have our connection back, because I'm ready to stop being self-sabotaging and working from this very resentful, pissed off place. Because the Queen of Wands is someone who's they can be spiteful. They can be very spiteful, and they can do things just to kind of like dig at you. Like, I'm going to do this just because you pissed me off. They can. But with the Three of Cups, it's a card of reconciliation, like wanting happiness. And they're realizing that the way that they were behaving was actually very self-sabotaging. And with the Nine of Wands in reverse, it was because they were actually working from their own wounds. They weren't discussing that. They weren't wanting to acknowledge that. Because the thing about anger, the thing about resentment, is it's not things that are meant to drive us apart. It's actually an opportunity for us to express the things that are causing us pain. It's an opportunity for us to become closer with the people in our lives. But a lot of times, us being human, allow those things to drive us further from one another instead of closer. Sorry, these are really dirty, but I'm kind of blind, and I would like to see the screen in front of me. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Empress. So let's see what's going on here. Let's look at this Ten of Pentacles. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here for Taurus? That's your corrections. Eight of Wands in reverse. And the Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is going to be a very slow and steady progression back to this Ten of Pentacles energy between these two people, because it's like they're both learning to slowly let down their guard again, right? They're learning how to let the other in. And I say learning because this first initial Ten of Pentacles wasn't a genuine Ten of Pentacles. It was kind of like we have the facade of a Ten of Pentacles, but we're not really there. And we're slowly progressing there with the Eight of Wands. We're making our way there in a very... It just feels leisurely, like very leisurely fashion, because we need to make sure that we get the Ace of Wands to me is the card of second chances, especially when we have a card for the second time on the board. They're getting a second chance at this Ten of Pentacles, but between the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands is a Seven of Wands in reverse. It's working through the guard that we have put up, this fear of being vulnerable, of allowing another person in. So let's look at the Empress. Let's look at the feminine energy. Because the overall energy is the Five of Swords, which is the card of conflict, which kind of makes sense here. Why is the Empress here for Taurus, which is Taurus energy? It's also Libra, Venusian energy. Why is the Empress here? Page of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Cups, Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. Okay, I'm not going to take these two because they were face down. But I was just kind of curious. They weren't relevant, by the way. So we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. This is all the energy that this feminine energy needs to release in order to embody this Empress energy. They're realizing that whatever foundations they were trying to build in the past, they actually weren't building something that was stable. What they were offering was kind of like false promises, and that wasn't their true intention, but it's kind of like they were a lot of talk and they weren't really backing up with actual action. And this could have been what they were receiving, but also what they learned to give other people. Because with the Six of Cups there was a very imbalanced exchange of energy. There was a lack of trust in people to give them what they were seeking in return. And so in return, they really weren't giving much at all either, because they were assuming that they weren't going to receive the same to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? So for example, well, I've experienced so much trauma and so much lack of effort from people in the past, I'm just not going to make an effort anymore. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Not knowing how to build a solid foundation because what the past has taught them. In turn, they closed off their heart space because of all the burden and heaviness that they had experienced. Old cycles, old Ten of Wands. They're recognizing that now, and that's what they need to release in order to become this Empress energy. Okay, let's look at the overall energy of this Five of Wands. This Emperor is actually going to very much so help them through this release and letting down this guard, because they're going to make them feel very safe, very secure, by basically showing them a new way of being, right? Yeah, Five of Swords, then we have the Six of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so yeah, so here's... Very nice. Okay, so the King and Queen of Pentacles, which we have both here, are my mini Emperor and Empress cards, right? It's a true pair, but it's also the most stable, grounded energy of the Kings and Queens. It's the perfect partner cards for me as a reader. With the Seven of Swords next to the King of Pentacles, they're recognizing the self-sabotaging behavior within this feminine energy, and they're offering their love. They're offering what they can anyway, right? With the Seven of Swords there. They're very hesitant to offer this love, this affection, because this queen has already been very distant in the past, and it's created conflict. Five of Swords. Underneath the Five of Swords is also the Five of Wands, right? So, on top of the Five of Swords, we have the Six of Wands energy, which is victory, right? This queen is going to get the recognition because this Emperor is coming back. The Eight of Cups, they're making a U-turn. They're going to come back. They're going to give this queen the recognition that this queen wants, that validation of like, hey, I do want you. This queen, this Empress is not accustomed to that. And it's going to help them see their insecurities, right? Their fear of abandonment, wanting to be wanted. And that's when they're going to go through kind of like phase 2 of this wounded child, dark night of the soul energy. Addressing their insecurities, their lack of confidence in self, and slowly moving toward the path that they need to move toward in order to address the pain so they can mourn that pain, go through that transformation, and close out that cycle. The World. The Tower. What's this? The Five of Cups, which is the card of mourning. The Three of Swords, which is the card of heartbreak. Chariot in reverse, which is them being delayed from moving forward because of that pain, because of that heartbreak, because of the need to address these fears and insecurities and close out that old cycle. So this masculine energy is moving back towards the feminine so they could show them what a true 10 of Pentacles stable dynamic with another is really like when it's in a healthy state, a healthy balanced state. Okay, this is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it wasn't too confusing because there's a lot going on, but I'll see you next time.